Hello, my name is Zach Thompson. Today we're going to be talking about the difference between an authentic and an unauthentic Rolex Oyster Perpetual Milgauss. First thing to do when identifying an authentic watch opposed to an unauthentic or aftermarket or fake watch, you want to look for crispness, aesthetics. Right off the bat, I can feel that one of these watches is a little lighter than the other. It could be due to the movement that's in it or just the composition of metal. This one I can already tell you is the authentic model. The lines are a lot smoother on the bracelet. The winding and setting is a lot smoother. Overall, it just feels a lot tighter. Whereas the unauthentic Milgauss feels very crunchy, almost like there's rocks in the movement. It winds very loud, very roughly, and it has a lot of sharp corners, which is not a characteristic of Rolex. They generally have very fine polishing on their watches. Also with the Milgauss, for those you don't know, it is an anti-magnetic watch. Generally it's targeted for individuals that work at a research facility, medical lab, power plants, so that way their watch will be less susceptible to the magnetic fields, so that way it doesn't influence your timing. The crystal is actually a special design that gives it a green hue. The entire crystal is actually one consistent tone, and it is considered to be anti-magnetic. The unauthentic crystal, it's actually just coated, and you can see around the edge that it still has the clear tone from the original crystal. And moving on, this particular fake, they did go above and beyond on the inner reflector ring, which is the metal ring on the inside of the case under the crystal. They did engrave Rolex, possibly laser engraved, and they do in fact have a fake serial number, which with a lot of modern Rolexes nowadays, the serial number actually isn't between the lugs anymore. It's actually on the underside of the crystal to make it harder to replicate. This particular fake did in fact put in a serial number, but the serial number is bogus. Whereas with the authentic one, the engraving does look a lot crisper. And even though this is a very good fake, the further you dive deeper into the watch, there'll be a lot more telltale signs that'll identify the real from the fake, of course. So the next step would be to remove the bracelet. If you look closely, there's actually a seam on the underside of this crown, whereas with the authentic, that crown is actually part of the bracelet. It's one solid unit. So eventually, this will actually break off. Saving the best for last, the internal workings of the watch, the movement, and immediately right off the bat you can see this is non-authentic. The manufacturing is extremely poor. It looks like it has very low serviceability, absolutely nothing on it says Rolex. It just looks like a very dodgy, very shoddy movement. And now moving on to the authentic Milgauss. This is a very traditional Rolex 3131. Has the iconic red reversing wheels, almost their claim to fame. Something very traditional and typical of a Rolex movement. And you can see the cutouts on the oscillating weights. That way you can still read the engravings on the plates underneath. And again, here's just a few things that we do here at Crown & Caliber to make sure you can have confidence that you're buying a watch that's 100% authentic inside and out. And again, my name is Zach, and I'm your watchmaker at Crown & Caliber.